I went back to Australia, kind of like very disappointed, so to say. But to my surprise, somebody called me out again because they apparently somebody through my DJ got my house number, my house number in Australia, and talked to me over the phone. Guess what they did? They started around and say that since you like Islamic university so much, since you really want to join us, we have no problem to offer to you with one condition: you become a Muslim now. I was telling them that, look, I believe and I know I will be a Muslim one of these days, but not now. Firstly, if I pick up this offer, I think my niyyah is kind of impure now. Because I'm taking something as a consideration for me to convert. I do not want that. Forget about it, I say. Secondly, I told him before, I do not want people to say that, oh, because this guy is a convert Muslim, and therefore everybody is giving him privilege and everything. I want to go to Islamic university in my own capacity. If I can perform, I can perform. If I cannot perform, forget about it. I can finish my study, then I can go on and do whatever studies I want to study. But I do not want people to say that I took that as a privilege. So then, the best thing of the year was they told me that if you do not want to accept this offer, there's only one we are offering you. If you do not want to accept this offer, meaning become a Muslim, we can't offer you to come to university. I said, then it's okay. Because I believe that a Muslim convert shouldn't convert because of anything but your own niyyah. So they were like, fine, you will regret for this? I said, yeah, I will never regret. Okay, so it's just like end of the story. Okay? Then, surprisingly, 1 month later, all of a sudden, again, I received a phone call now. What they told me is like somebody very high decided to put his foot down and fight with the authority and the university's top management to say that they want me to come over to Islamic University without any conditions. Alhamdulillah, there was something that I never thought of. Even my family never thought about it. It's like nobody ever imagined that. So, Alhamdulillah, I got an offer. Now I have the next problem. My family. They spend so much to send me for study medicine. Firstly, in Australia, one of the top universities in Australia. Firstly. Secondly, my result, that we already passed the mid-year exam already. My mid-year exam result was seriously good. As in, definitely no problem for me to continue my study in Australia. Then I have to really put the bomb onto the table and let them away what I want to do. Okay, as expected, there was a real hectoring in the family. Okay, I fight with everybody and everything, so much so that actually my mom had to allow me to go and to come back. But that's it. Okay, all my other siblings and my father was against it. They were all against it and disallowed it. So I was being told that you can come back, you can do what you want to do, but do not expect us to, just even to enter Islamic university, not even talking about convert, yeah? Don't expect us to treat it like a part of the family, firstly. Secondly, do not expect us to give you any financial support. So I was like, oops, okay. Maybe I was young then. I was very positive, never mind. I go back, I will get a scholarship somehow to support myself. What I can do, part-time job to earn my living. So I didn't bother about that, I just fly back. Thank God my family at least sponsored me that I can get fly back. Okay? So I flew back actually. Entered the university, then only they give me the letter of offer to enroll in the university. Apparently, best of the year, the letter of offer did not even mention what course I will be studying. They just give me the offer, whatever subject you want to study here, feel that yourself. It was kind of scary then. So, as expected, the second day when I went to university, registered myself, nobody has my name in any of the list. Okay? So I feel out the thing low, proudly, and then obviously the notes can have none of my name then. Right, so for a few days I was in a limbo in a way that I got a letter of offer, but it's not in any of the systems. Even my name was not in the student list, I'm new student list. But alhamdulillah, after a few days somebody settled the issue, so I was given a place, my student card officially. And yeah, we have to go through the normal procedures for all the examination, because to enter the Islamic university, you need to go for English placement test and Arabic placement test to show your efficiency in both languages. Okay, I have not growing in English, I have my big trouble in Arabic language. Because even up to that point of time in time, still I know nothing about Arabic language. I can't even read Al-Baqarah. That seriously was me then. Okay, so never mind, the university says that you already in an exceptional case, never mind, we will throw you just like the other students who know how to read, but whose Arabic language is 0. So you will go to level 1, the entry level. Okay, fine. Enter the entry level. I can't read, remember? Everybody else at least can read the things just like you're reading of the Quran. I can't. So the lecturer looked at me like, those are things. I mean, maybe they did not know my background, they did not know, or maybe they knew, but they just don't bother. The truth was, many in the university still believe that I have been there for some bad intentions. Okay, people still, in fact, until today, we have some lecturer that told me what they heard among the colleagues, the admissions of this language. So some of the lecturers purposely, not the purposely, it's just that my Arabic language teacher, not an Arab but a Malaysian teacher, was telling me that you are so hopeless in my class. Because obviously he started teaching all the vocabulary to the students, and there comes this Chinese boy who has spent 5 minutes to try to figure out how to read that word itself. And so I was like, okay, he was looking at me. He really told me, you're hopeless. You know, it's like, he really told in front of the class, and everybody, I guess somebody here will not last more than 1 month. Okay, so I was like, okay, fine, me. I was like, never mind, I want to be here, I like to be here, I must be here. So I told myself during the I think it was 2 weeks, I gave myself 2 weeks period to memorize all the Alibaba and everything. Okay. Then I started studying very hard, I started doing hard and everything. To make things a blessing, after 1 month, when I started, like at least be able to read some of the words, this lecturer who has these attitude problems with me was transferred out to another class. Maybe my answer, I didn't pray, I didn't pray for him to be transferred out, but somehow or other somebody wants to help me easier for me. But the transfer another teacher was very passionate in teaching us. Yeah, another Malay, a gentleman, but he was really passionate in teaching us, that we really treat him like a big brother, the whole class, not only me myself. Yeah, so alhamdulillah, at the end of that semester, now that I know how to read the Tafsir Al-Baqarah, alhamdulillah, I scored 8 with the other students. They was like, wow, okay, fine. At least to build up my confidence level, I make good decisions. I went on, I studied on with that, soldier on in my studies, but I had a problem from my social environment. You see, I was expecting like heaven when I go to Islamic university. I want to see Muslim in practice, remember? I studied the beauty of Islamic religion during those 2 years. I went there, to my surprise, most of the students I think all the students have religious background, studies background. Most of them coming from religious schools, but the behavior thing at all made me see the beauty part of it here. You can say that I was actually fallen from the cloud 9 all of a sudden to this very harsh reality here. So I was actually, study is one thing, okay? I was actually contemplating or running away. Because it's somehow too cruel for me to accept it, that the Islam that I have been studying all the while, somehow or other doesn't look that beautiful anymore. Alhamdulillah, I have few lecturers in the universities. That I kind of become close with, I fancy them on occasionally. So I have this particular ustad, a Malaysian ustad, studied in Egypt, and a very, very open-minded ustad. So he was one of those in the panel that interviewed me. So he knew my situation all the way. So when I first arrived, he came to me and said, if you have anything, just drop by my office. My was also open for you. So he became more or less like my brother. Every time I have some confusions or I'm down, everything I will talk to him. And he has this habit of going at 5 o'clock he will go for football in the university field. So at 4:30 he will always be there. If I have anything, I will be sitting there waiting for him. This boy needs something. Okay, so we will sit down and talk about it during the half an hour. So one of the conversations I had with him, he gave me the best explanation in the whole world. Islam itself is beautiful, but none of the Muslims can make it more beautiful than the book. So don't judge Islam by the Muslims, but by your own faith and your knowledge of Islam. That answer guides me until today. Because in reality, sometimes you might come across some of the Muslims that the behavior make you feel like, oh, okay. But remember, they are only human. Okay, they might be a Muslim, but somehow or other, for some reasons, they might not be as beautiful as what you know about Islam. But believe, it is the religions that we are here. See, so, well, that statement guided me throughout my entire life until today. But anyway, so that was the things that made me stay on. Okay, and with all the trouble that I have in my family, remember, they cut me out. Basically, I can only talk to my mom occasionally, one thing. Secondly, no financial assistance. I started working part-time in university, and to make it even worse, remember I said that there were still people in the university that doubtful about my intentions. Yeah. So my applications for these scholarships application was somehow rather disappeared from the actual data. I have no idea. I submitted the form just like any other students. When the scholarships in the result came out, who among us get the scholarships? My name was not even in the offered list, nor the reject list. Then only I